Hey guys, Kevin, Muddy River Tactical. Thank you for joining us again on another episode back out here at the range. We are getting attacked by bees today. Kyle behind the camera, it's funny, my wife has bees, a little closer than what maybe they should be, 50 or 60 yards from the shooting range here. So for the last 2 weeks, Kyle behind the camera has been getting stung by a couple bees, and I've been giving him hell about it. Well, today they're getting on me, so we may have to do something about the bees now that it's a hazard to the host here. Anyways, we got the Palmetto State Dagger, the micro version, just came in the other day. This is one of those pistols that's intriguing just because at the price point, I think it's gonna sell to a lot of people. It's really comparable to a Glock 43X. I mean, same grip size, got the front rail, it's optic ready. It's got a few upgrades over the Glock, and then it's got a few negatives to the Glock in my opinion. So first we'll start by, this is the base version you can get. They come with all different variations of this. You can get them with different slides on them. We got the cheapest model Palmetto makes, because in my opinion, the people looking for this are really looking for the budget category pistol, which is what it really falls into. So I didn't want to get the high-end one and have somebody buying the cheaper version and trying to compare the two. We bought it straight from Palmetto. We don't get stuff for free. We ordered it straight from their website, just like all you guys do, so we're not inclined to say anything good or bad about it, which is why we do it this way. We also wanted to check on holsters, because this is the first time we've had it. We just got it today, so it'll go back and go into our engineering department. But there's a lot of companies saying that these fit the same holsters as a Glock 43X. They do, kind of. They do not to Muddy River standards. So if you're okay with it halfway fitting, you can use a Glock 43X like everybody else is telling you to do. But this trigger guard is completely different. If you look at that trigger guard compared to a Glock, that's what makes all the difference in the world, where all the retention is on the holster. So we are going to make a dedicated holster for this gun. But like I said, it comes with, this gun was $329 or $330. Straight from Palmetto. If you watch them, there's no deals on them right now, but sometime through Palmetto you can get deals, and you'll probably find them for $300 every once in a while. And it came with one mag, and these are metal mags, and they hold 15 rounds. So what Palmetto did is really tried to make these like the shield arms mags that people are using in Glocks, trying to make this a comparison for it. It's metal, but if you look at this mag, this is all metal, but all this is wrapped polymer right there. The reason they do it is because the mag release, if it's metal right there, will wear that out. So on the Shield mag kits, they sell the metal mag release too, which is what you'd have to do to run that type of mag. So what they did is just put polymer around there so those will work. I don't know, we will shoot them at the range here today and see if they function, but regular Glock 43X and 48 mags fit and snap in just like they should. So I'm assuming you can use the regular 48, 43X mags. So where that really comes in play is if you just have one already and use extra mags. But if you're in a state you can only have a 10 round mag capacity and you buy this gun, well, you can't carry it with the 15 round. I'm sure Palmetto has 10 round versions of it, but I didn't look, to be honest with you, so don't quote me on that. But if you did have this gun or got this gun, you could use those and be compliant with the 10 round stuff. So let's just shoot the first couple rounds through here. This is, like I said, a first impressions video like we always did. This is no review. We will be doing a 1,000 round review on this pistol, just because I know people are gonna buy this gun at this price point. It's just gonna be one of those, it's gonna intrigue people, and they're gonna feel like they're getting a Glock for 200 or 250 bucks cheaper than what you can get the Glock for. So let's first run the mag that they sent through it and just see how it shoots here. Okay, so no failures through that mag there. And that's the original Shield mag. Let's try the Glock mags real quick and see if they function. Like I said, they snap in there right, and they feel like they should, but let's see. Okay, so those work. So let's go back to the truck. We'll load up these 2 mags and talk a couple specs here. So when you get this gun from Palmetto, as you can see, if you've never got a gun from Palmetto, they come in these bags, which is kind of nice. Like I said, it only came with the 1 mag, but this is optic ready. Sure, it's the 407K or the 507K platform, so you can put any optic of your choice on it. The other cool thing, which is an upgrade from the Glocks, is these are steel sights, whereas the Glock sights are just the plastic cheap shit sights. So you can see they're black serrated with the white dots. They're decent sights, but steel sights are way better than what they send on Glocks. So that's an upgrade. What I did notice right there, just shooting it, a couple things. We'll talk about the ergonomics first. The texture I really like. It's got the texture kind of like, almost like the Hellcat Pro that we reviewed the other day. Kind of that type of texture. It's not too aggressive where it's gonna be rough against your skin, but you can get a good grip on the gun and you feel confident in it. The undercut right here at the trigger guard feels good. Just overall ergonomics in your hand, it feels like it should. Like we said, the trigger guard is curved more than what the Glocks are, but shooting it makes no difference. The trigger on it, you can see it's got the bottom trigger safety. And then they say it's a flat trigger after that, which I would argue with them, but that's a whole different story. You can see the take up to the wall right there. And it's got kind of a mushy break, but it's not terrible. Then the reset is right there. So overall, it's not a terrible trigger. I've definitely felt worse, but there's definitely a lot better. But for a $300 pistol, it's almost better than what I would expect. It's got the front rail on it. Put any lights or lasers of your choice on it. Like I said, we will have options for all of that as we go along here. The other thing I was going to talk about is these being a budget gun. If you put a Glock to this, you're saving about, I don't know, 200 bucks at least. If you put steel sights on a Glock, you're going to be saving half the money on a Glock. So if these end up being reliable, it's definitely something that I think a lot of people are going to use. But the one thing that's weird to me is, it's not weird, and I didn't want to say anything until I shot a few rounds, but the slide is awful gritty and just tight and rough feeling. It's definitely not smooth. However, with that said, the recoil impulse was very good and shot literally just like a Glock. So it didn't hurt it that way, but hopefully that spring will break in as we go. And at the 1,000 round review, we'll be able to better tell you. But overall, I think for the money, it's what I've expected so far. Like I said, I'm not going to point you one direction or the other until we do the 1,000 round review, because I've seen a lot of things happen. And like I said, this is only one kind of ammo we shot through it, and it's all Winchester 115 grain 9mm full metal jacket. So at the 1,000 round review, we can shoot different ammos, different things through it, and make sure it will feed all of them, because that's really what it comes down to. No matter how budget the gun is, if it doesn't run and go through its paces like it should, it's going to be worthless. So let me grab those first rounds. I didn't even have my earplugs in. Let me grab those. I don't want to shoot anymore like that. Put my earplugs in, and we're gonna go find a dot up there, and I just want to put this other mag through there and just see how the accuracy is out of it. Okay, so this time we're going to use the Glock mag. It's just 10 rounds, but we're just going to do a little quick group just to see. I'll be honest with you, I'd never shoot Glocks that well. Just the grip angle of them is not what I'm used to. So we're just going to see how it goes. So you can see here, there's only 2 holes right by that black. So we're going to shoot to that and just kind of see what we end up with here. We're only going to shoot at 5-6 yards. I just want to see if, like I said, I ain't very good at shooting Glocks, see if this is any better or just as good. Well, my first one was good, and then I pulled low and right on the others, which those are completely me. When that happens, normally a right-handed shooter, they're always low left when it's the trigger. For me, being a left-handed shooter, it's low right. So the first one was good, then I was down here on the others. So let's shoot a couple more. And this one is optic ready. So for the 1,000 round review, we're gonna put an optic on it. Like I say all the time, I'm not the best steel or dot regular iron sight shooter just because I shoot so many optics. So that should take care of it and give us a true example on accuracy out of the gun, because human error comes into this as well. So that's super weird. If you look, my first shot was literally right next to the other one, and then all the others I pulled low right again. So there you go. You can take that as it is. We'll see more when we put an actual optic on this thing and see what the accuracy really turns out to be. Like I said, the first shot out of both of those were really good, and then the rest were low right, which is most likely trigger. I can't blame that on anybody but me. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. But they did all group, so I've seen another couple of videos where guys were having them all shoot low, which it could be the stock sights, how they go, but until you put an optic on it, you really don't know that. So overall, like I said, I can't tell you if I'd fully tell you to buy this or not buy it at this point, just because I want to put the 1,000 rounds review through it and really just see what it does, see if this spring gets better, see if it ends up being any issues. Generally, when a spring is gritty like that, it generally causes some malfunction somewhere. But as you can see, every shot we did was on camera with 3 mags. We had none of those, so we'll just keep seeing and see what happens. But what I do want to know is if anybody has this pistol and has truly shot it more than 50 or 100 rounds, has truly put it through its paces, what have you guys seen? What's your experiences with this gun? Because like I said, the other thing about these reviews, and I'm going to be the first to tell you, we've done some reviews on guns that I thought were terrible, but we got an example of 1 and 1 and other people that love them. And I've had guns that were great to me and everybody else had problems with it. So on a budget gun, I just like to see the vast majority of people and see what's happening. It'll speak to the quality control of the gun and what's really going on, and maybe see what I have in store for the next 1,000 rounds. Like I said, leave the comments section below. We will have holsters specifically for these in the next, give us a week or so. They'll be on the website. In the meantime, if you are in that big of a hurry, you can use a 43X holster, but I wouldn't suggest it. I'd just wait and get one that fits like it should. Leather holsters, however, you're good to go with the 43, because in leather, it's kind of a different deal than what the Kydex is, being 100% molded. So like I said, leave the comments below. Shoot us an email at support@muddyrivertactical.com, and we'll answer any questions you have on this pistol, any pistol, holsters, whatever. We're here to help with everything along the way, not just holsters. So until next time, keep practicing and always be prepared.